I pray that we all are prepared for the next trading week of the 23rd all the way to the 27th. This is your boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. Let me just get the window. Never mind that. I was just trying to close the window for that noise. This is your boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. There's going to be our outlook for the coming week of the 23rd up and away to the 27th. And after the talking, less action, more, less capping, more action. So looking at the structure of the NAS, we were hoping on our outlook that like if we can at least get price pulling back, if we can continue to the upside, that was going to be that was our anticipation for the coming week. But looking at this coming week right now, because price reacted on previous lows, creating some sort of support, coming back on resistance right there, and then possibly pushing to the downside. The only two things that I'm looking for in my outlook is for price to either break and retest and continue to the upside, which is one. Understand me? But if price fails breaking out, but if price pushes and fails to break, I'll anticipate some sort of a double top and anticipate price continuing to the downside. So on my outlook, I would simply wait for price to break out, retest, continue to the upside. Fail to break, we start looking for those anticipations of price coming from resistance, heading to support. So my trade idea is we simply wait for a breakout to continue bullish, which is what I just showed you right there. Fail to break, we start moving bearish, which is what I also showed you right there. So if price fails to break, we anticipate a clean double top and start looking for those downwards movements. But if price closes above, we anticipate a continuation to the upside and we take those continuation buys. That will be my take on the NAS. I'm simply waiting for price to break out or for price to fall to break to anticipate a potential reversal. Looking at gold. So to be honest, there's nothing for me to say on gold. Because in our outlook, we did see that we're simply waiting for price to close above some intraday highs to continue above, or for price to print out a higher low, or that deeper pullback to continue to the upside. Understand me? So we did have that potential double top right there, that double bottom right there, and price pushed to the upside. So looking at current price, you can tell that like price is kind of like in a push phase and a correction. Understand me? So what I'm simply looking for, or what I'm simply going to be waiting for, is for price to either break above or break below, and that will be my take. Understand me? It's break above or break below. Understand me? So on my trade idea is we simply wait for a breakout, either we bullish or we bearish to continue with the overall direction. Understand me? Either looking for a bullish or bearish breakout to continue with our overall direction. That will be my take on gold. I'm not looking for much. I'm not looking for less. I'm looking for price to either break the highs or fail to break and start looking for the reversal, break the lows, start looking for the continuation. So that will be my take on gold. Because now price is trading on the very same zone, we either wait for a bullish breakout or bearish breakout to confirm our direction. You understand? Looking at German 30. So German 30, so where German 30 is, we did say that we also are looking for what? A deeper pullback in order to continue to the upside. Price also printed out some sort of support right there on our previous higher low. This was our previous higher low until price came back right there, showing us some sort of bear depletion and bullish momentum and continue to the upside. So the only thing that I'm waiting for right now, because now price is trading in the middle of my resistance and in the middle of my support, the only thing that I'm waiting for, if price pushes to the upside and fails to break, then we come back to resistance. Understand? We come back to support. But if price pushes to the downside and fails to break, then we head to resistance until we get an overall bullish breakout or an overall bearish breakout, and that will also be my take. So my trade idea is we simply wait for a breakout, a bullish or a bearish breakout to continue with our overall direction. Understand me? Because price is trading in the middle, there's nothing for me to do unless some people see shit. Then I believe and I guess that you just have to go for it. But on my side, I'm just seeing price trading in the middle of our support and our resistance. I'll just simply wait for what? For confirmation, either for price to break resistance to continue higher or price to break support to continue lower. That will be my take on German 30. Looking at all US30. So let's look at US30. Never mind that shit outside, man. Niggas is loud as fuck. So let's look at US30. So US30 was once trading in a range right there. US30 was once trading in a range until price did what? Until price broke out, came back for a retest, continued to the upside. You understand me? Failing to maintain or failing to hold resistance and started pushing to the downside, breaking our previous higher low, closing below that very same higher low to end the week. So what I'm simply waiting for right there is for price to either do this or for price to do this. You understand me? I'm either waiting for price to trade above this previous higher low, to continue above, to continue higher, or to trade below off of it in terms of what? Break, retest, continuation to the downside. So my trade idea is price is moving in a lower low, lower high behavior at retest of previous lower high. You understand me? So once, because now we have a lower low, price is potentially having a lower high right there. If price gives us a confirmation that we are continuing to the downside, then we'll anticipate a lower low, lower high, and to continuation, looking for a new low. So that will be my take on US30. If price pushes and trades above, then we'll continue higher. But if price holds this zone and gives us that momentum, then we'll continue lower with price. That will be my take on US30. Looking at the CAD, man, the CAD, like, fuck USD CAD sometimes. Fuck USD CAD sometimes, I repeat that. So USD CAD was trading sideways, right? And I said, we're simply looking for what? A bullish or bearish breakout. And we had a bullish breakout with what? Price pushing, coming back for a retest, couldn't hold the zone, and continued lower. So we did take anticipation buys right there, but we took some else because price did what? Impulsively broke back in our London, in our New York session. So all I'm simply waiting for right now, because we still see that bear momentum. If price breaks out, we simply wait for a retest and continue to the upside, to the downside. But if price fails to break, then we bounce off the zone, coming back to resistance, to that intraday resistance. You understand me? So my trade idea is we wait for a bullish or bearish breakout, or we trade support and resistance. If price doesn't break and continue with this bear momentum, then let's just simply bounce off support, coming back to resistance. If price doesn't break resistance, let's bounce off resistance, coming back to support. And it will kind of be a what? A 70 pip, it's a 70 pip move to the upside, 70 pip move to the downside. So we're still waiting for that overall breakout, either a bullish or bearish breakout, or we simply trade support and resistance. Looking at Tesla, Tesla does nothing for me right now. I don't have a trade idea at the moment. I don't have a trade idea at the moment, but I did say that if we trade above this intraday resistance, let's continue higher. You understand me? But for now, I don't have a trade idea. So we skip that shit. So let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's just look at Bitcoin, people. Let's just look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was holding this high in anticipation of a potential double top, right? But price impulsively broke above. So we're having a new high right there because price violated the previous high. So looking at this high right there, price that broke out is now, it's kind of like breaking back in. So with price impulsively moving like this to the upside, the only thing that I've been waiting for, man, it's for a dipper pullback or the dipper exhaustion phase in order for price to confirm a continuation to the upside. So my trade idea is price has overbought at current market price. Our current price from this push and this push, prices overbought. Let's wait for a dipper pullback or an exhaustion phase in order for us to continue bullish with Bitcoin, because price has impulsively pushed. If you can get an exhaustion, then we'll get a continuation push, and that will be it. So that's my anticipation, and that's my take on Bitcoin. Understand? So looking at Ethereum, Ethereum does nothing for me to say, bro. Like, there's nothing for me to say. But the only thing that I'm waiting for, because price has been trading in a correction, and broke to the upside. The only thing that I'm waiting for is to see what will happen once price comes back to that major resistance right there. Once price comes back to that resistance, I will just look and see what's happening. Will we get a breakout or will we get a fill to break? So my trade idea is, let's wait for a reaction at resistance to confirm direction. We're either breaking out or we failing to break. And that's it. Looking at Litecoin. So Litecoin, like I also said on Litecoin is trading on our resistance right there, and our previous resistance from last year, I think last year June. So price once reacted, pushed to the downside, came back again on that bracing zone, same rejections which we having. The rejections we have now are the rejections we have before on this very same zone. So the only thing I'm waiting for in my trade idea is, once we get a break of resistance, we continue bullish. Once we get a fill to break, we start going bearish. You understand me? And we are confirming a fill to break with multiple rejections. So the only thing that will confirm my overall direction, as for how will the candle stick, how will the daily and the weekly candle close. But I don't care about the weekly. I'm just concerned about the daily for today on Sunday. How will it close? Will it close above or will it close below? And that will be my take. Last but not least, we have in oil. So oil, on our previous outlook on oil, I think we did say that, like, let's break intraday highs to continue above. But now looking at current price right there, you can tell that, like, price has been bouncing off the zone for some time until we had a breakout and started bouncing below the bracing zone. So looking at current price right there, and I did share an anticipation right there with my members right there. So we either waiting for what? For price to break resistance to continue bullish, or for price to fail to break resistance to look for the reversal to the downside. So my trade idea is break of resistance, continue bullish, fail to break, we start moving bearish, understand me? Because now price did what? Price did try to push and rejected, came back again. Now we're seeing some sort of momentum, anticipating that we are having a potential that we might break out and retest and continue to the upside. But at the same time, I don't want to seem like a market maker, right? But the only thing that I have in the back of my mind is that price is kind of like moving like this. That will be my long-term direction, something that I anticipate in the long run. But like I say, I'm not a market maker. If price doesn't break out right there, then you start looking for those reversals again to the downside. So that will be my take, and those are my trade ideas. I'm just simply looking for price to break out or price to fall to break, because that's just how the markets are. Understand me? Price is trading more on resistance. Some are trading more on support. So we're either waiting for a break of support or that break of resistance, or we trade support and resistance, and that's it. Like you guys see, I'm keeping my trading simple. I'm not looking for much, I'm not looking for less. I'm only looking for what will make me be comfortable to execute those trades. You feel me, guys? That's all I got on this video, people.